If you have a pool in your backyard, there's a good chance a Caterpillar machine dug that hole. If you have images that you send from your computer or your phone somewhere into the cloud, there's a good chance that the Caterpillar engine is providing the backup power to that data center to allow that to happen. If you go to a hospital, there's a good chance that Caterpillar engines are providing the standby power for that. When it rains and the freeways fill up with water, there's a good chance that Caterpillar engines are sucking the water out of those freeways. If you go to the mines, there's a 100% chance that there are Caterpillar machines mining that copper to allow you to have those copper pipes in your house, or the copper wire that runs around the generator, the electric wheel motor in these new electric vehicles. My family lived in Pendleton, Oregon, and my grandfather spent his summers working on the wheat farm, and he decided, I don't want to be a wheat farmer. I want to be a lawyer. So he saved up all his money from working on the farm and started to go to law school at the University of Washington. And this is in the 30s. The Great Depression was rolling around about that time, and the bank where he had all his money became insolvent, and had no more money, couldn't go to school anymore. So I was like, now what am I going to do? So he gets a job at the local Caterpillar dealership, literally trading mules for tractors. I don't know how many mules you had to take in on trade for a tractor, but that's what he did, right? It really played to his skills, being a farm boy and understanding equipment and animals back then. He worked for this cat dealer for quite a while, and then the guy that owned that dealership decided, I'm done with this, I want to retire. Caterpillar called my grandfather and said, hey, you want this dealership in Arizona? And he said, it's got to be better than what I got. So he packed up the family in 1959 and moved down to Arizona. And, and I guess you could say the rest is history. He was my grandfather, but he wanted me to call him Jack. And that's what I called him my whole life. And he was a very principled guy. He was a tough he's a tough entrepreneur who built this company out of nothing down here, basically. But it was really his value set, and that is if you just sum it up in treat people like you want to be treated. You never cheat anybody. If there's any question, you err on the side of somebody else. If it comes down to a dispute, we'll err in our customer's perspective. I can't remember exactly how old I was, maybe 8 or 9 years old. And I had my feet up on his desk. He walks into I can still picture him today standing at the doorway. And I leaned back in his chair and I said, hey, Gramps, I'm running this place someday. He looked at me and he got real serious and he walked right up to me. He says, I'm going to tell you the secret to success. He said, you take care of the farm and the farm will take care of you. Grandpa, what does that mean? He says, I'm not going to tell you what it means, but don't you ever forget what I'm telling you. And as I look back on his legacy, I think that's what it is. It really is. You take care of your people, and you take care of your customers, and they will take care of you. It's important to realize that you are writing your legacy. And what do you want your legacy to be? Because you don't have a choice whether you write it or not, right? It's happening. And so what is it going to be? And hopefully it is, I made things better. Not just for me personally, but when I walk in a room, I try to make things better, right? As I think back, he made things better wherever he was. And I miss him. And I'm honored that the CFMA would recognize him that way. I'm sure wherever he is, he's has a smile on his face. He's probably thinking it's about time. My goal is just don't screw it up, right? My grandfather, he left this company to my dad and then to me, but he's the one that created the structure. He created the guts. He created what the Empire name is, that brand. And then my dad took it and he built on it. But it's a heck of a lot easier to build on something that's already moving forward than it is to create it out of nothing. And I have a lot of admiration for my grandfather.